First up this morning, it's Friday, so we turn to our resident film critic, Ryan J., for advice on what to see at the movie theater this weekend. Resident film critic, like he lives here.
He does, right? Pretty much.
I'm a resident.
Yeah, you are. You should start paying taxes.
Thanks.
All right, Ryan's nationally syndicated film critic, and if you play your cards right, he helps you get into some movies for free before anybody else.
That's right.
Welcome back to your home, your living room.
I'm becoming very popular here.
Everybody wants in on those pre-screenings.
Yeah.
All right, so what you got for us this week? This is for Star Trek fans.
Yes.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Star Trek Into Darkness. It opened at midnight Wednesday, so some people, the diehard Trekkies, have seen it already. I'm not a diehard Trekkie. You know, I never saw the old TV series or the old classic Shatner movies, but I liked the first one in this franchise, and this one is great too. It's more of the same. Director J.J. Abrams did it, and he, of course, is like the man to go to in outer space. He's going to be directing the new Star Wars movie that's coming out soon.
Okay.
So
there's another Star Wars movie coming?
You know, Disney just bought Lucas and is doing all new Star Wars movies. So they're going to a new trilogy coming up in the next few years.
I wish they'd make another Spaceballs movie.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, play your cards right, honey, and we'll see, you know, get some buns in your hair. But this movie was fantastic. It's just great action. It's the epitome of everything you want in a great summer blockbuster. Even the first scene gave me the chills.
Okay, so I think it's interesting that you like this movie because I'm not a Trekkie, I'm not a Star Trek fan. I think it's interesting that you say you like the movie, given the fact that you're not, that you don't consider yourself a Trekkie. But I also wonder, for people who are Trekkies, have you heard from any of them? Have they seen it? What do they say about it?
I have. That's a really good question. And I think that, you know, if you are really invested in the Trekkie universe, you're going to like it because it sort of pays homage to previous work, and it's very similar to Trekkie canon in the sense that there are themes that relate to morality and raise similar questions, and it's also sort of derivative or parallels The Wrath of Khan, which is the second big screen Star Trek movie that had Shatner in it. And so I think it'll please diehard Trekkie fans, but also those of us who are not will become new Star Trek fans. And it has such amazing intergalactic environments, and the 3D was actually really good in this one. You know, I'm usually not a fan of movies that are converted to 3D, and this one was, but this is the first time I'm going on record, and I actually liked this movie in 3D, though it wasn't filmed in 3D. If 3D conversion can become as good as it was in this film, I'll become a fan.
All right, that's good to know. How about the cast? Anything special?
It's really great. You know, it's Chris Pine as Kirk and Zachary Quinto as Spock, and I love their repartee. They have such great, you know, comedy and witty banter, and it's almost like watching Sherlock Holmes and Watson together. They're a cinematic pair. Kirk and Spock, they're great.
I love how he says repartee and like homage and words like that.
Oh, go on. So highbrow.
You drank your coffee this morning.
You're so sophisticated today.
Why, thank you.
Okay, I think Star Trek is like, I don't know if there's always a theme to it. When I used to watch the TV show, the one that Shatner was in, I always thought it was interesting the way that they would weave people of different races together. And
all the species.
And all the different species. And it was kind of like, I felt like it was like, it had a lot of diversity in it that was very positive.
It does. There's one scene I was cracking up at because it's, I think the character Scotty is like out at like some intergalactic bar, and he's sitting there and he's got like what I would call a munchkin as an Oz fan. But of course it's some other like intergalactic species of a little, and he doesn't talk at all. He's almost like an Ewok with like, you know, a football for a face or something. And I was just cracking up every time I saw him. But I love that. But there are a lot of themes of like friendship and loyalty and morality questions are raised, and it's the great kind of movie that you can talk about with friends afterward.
I feel like a football for a face today because of my allergies.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. You're having a good hair week. I texted you yesterday. She has like hair commercial hair this week. Seriously, I love it.
The guy who does my hair will be so happy. I'll have to send him
Let
this
him know.
clip. Yeah, there you go, Greg.
Give him my number.
All right, how about your next movie, Erased, which is rated R?
This is rated R. It's opening in limited release today in New York and LA, but it's available on iTunes, which is how I watched it comfortably at home and fell asleep. Yeah, which is
bad.
Probably shouldn't admit, but I slept for a good 40 minutes watching this movie.
Why?
It just wasn't engaging, and I hate to throw that word around in reviewing a film, but it didn't hold my attention, and I love the star. It's Aaron Eckhart, who recently...
I love him.
Right, love him. He played the president recently in Olympus Has Fallen. He was the motorcycle boyfriend in Aaron Brockovich. He was Harvey Dent in the Dark Knight movies, one of my favorite actors. I think he took this role because he wanted to play a James Bond type, but it didn't work. This movie, I literally was snoozing.
I didn't didn't know you could watch movies that are new on iTunes.
Some of them, some movies that are in limited release, they're actually releasing directly to iTunes or on demand, so you can watch them right away.
And do you have to pay for it? There's
Yeah,
a fee.
it's usually between $3 and $7
okay.
to rent.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right. Do you have a new movie club?
I do. Yes, next
Thanks for
week.
asking.
So exciting. Yes, next week it's going to be on Tuesday, May 21st. It's Fast and Furious 6. Now, I haven't seen the first 5 films in this franchise. I conveniently skipped them, so I'm actually excited to see this one. But if you'd like to come out and join me for free, you can win a couple tickets. You go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/RyanJReviews to enter to win, and I hope you can make it. This looks fun. It's, you know,
right.
Jason Statham, Vin Diesel, The Rock.
I love your movie clubs. I bet people like going to the theater, seeing it before everyone else, hanging out with you.
It's fun. Yeah, I love meeting the viewers and talking to people, and I've been having a really great time. So it's
awesome.
all good.
That's great. That's awesome, Ryan.
Well, you can like Ryan J on Facebook, follow him on Twitter, and for his full movie reviews, check out his website, ryanjreviews.com. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great weekend.